sometimes the weather is the news.
And because of the snowstorm, all Twin Cities schools are closed today.
That's why every hour, on the hour, 24 hours a day, you can depend on Paul Douglas and Gary Levin News for the weather information.
Parents, some terrific news. There will be school tomorrow.
That really matters.
Mike Mogulgard watches for news that happened overnight. Artist Carter knows that she can depend on the latest traffic conditions every 7 minutes. Dean Haltoner and his crew rely on accurate weather forecasts. And at the Abbotts, 9-year-old Jessica has her own reason.
And it's school lunch menu time. And in Seattle, public schools serving up Stromboli with
news, weather, traffic, or whatever your reason. Cairo First in the Morning News on Channel 7.
Joe Maniscalco was a hero in World War II, but an Army mix-up kept him from getting the Bronze Star he deserved.
And I said, well, I got nothing to lose. I tried everything. Let me call Channel 2.
Our report did the trick.
By God, in 3 weeks, we got the medal.
We don't usually do stories just to get awards. This one was an exception.
We're not just the first team. We're your team.
While you're keeping up with your weekend, we're keeping up with your news on WBAL-TV's Sunday News Night. At 6, Connie Chung covers the world on the CBS Evening News. Then at 6:30, Rod Daniels, Carolyn McEnroe, and the WBAL-TV news team report on Baltimore's weekend news. At 7, it's the award-winning 60 Minutes. And at 11, Rod and Carolyn return with an expanded edition of the WBAL-TV 11 News and the Weekend Sports Final. Start your week with the Sunday News Night, only on WBAL-TV, the Sunday night place to be.
Live on the scene with the team you trust.
Take a look behind me. You can see the RTD bus.
Things are looking pretty good and very manageable down here at the tunnel level. Tremendous fire here on the backlight of Universal Studios.
Holiday travelers looking forward to going home.
This is Rick Romero reporting live in your Belinda. I'm Mark Brown. Now back to you.
You see it live. It's got to be Channel 7 Eyewitness News. When news happens, you see it happen.
The news.
Look beyond the scenery, and you can see them. They are the stories that shape our communities and change the landscape of day-to-day life. At 2 News, we understand that issues are not confined by city limits, and events are not bound by county lines. Wherever news happens, the 2 News team has the local experience to bring the news that matters most home to you. The 2 News team, the home team.
And at Channel 2, we do investigative journalism. We uncover things that no one else uncovers.
It takes an extraordinary commitment of effort and resources every day to be able to do it.
Right. When we did the story on that doctor, we did an expose of her work, and now she's fighting for her license.
Oftentimes, state agencies are not responsive to the public they're supposed to serve. Even though they had had complaints from people, they were not willing to look at it. Right. As a result of our reports, they did take action.
Action News. There's a reason we call ourselves that. There is a reason we call ourselves that.
Where are you during the evening news?
I'm riding this exercise bike right after work, 5 days a week. I can't catch the news at 5 or 6. I can't even catch my breath. I want to stay up on the news. I mean, after all, I am more than just a beautiful body.
A couple of pounds more.
Coming soon. News Watch 11 at 7. Our news fits your schedule.
I'm not home right now. Please leave a message.
The phone's always ringing.
Just calling to see if you changed your mind about coming to work here.
But her answer's always the same. Because to her, Cleveland's more than just another city. It's the place she's chosen as home. Maybe that's why so many Clevelanders choose News Center 8's Robin Swoboda. She's not just another newscaster. She's become one of their own. Cleveland's news, Cleveland's pride, Cleveland's own. News Center 8.
Where are you during the evening news?
I'm about 5 miles and, 45 minutes from home. So I got some news for those guys that show the news at 5 and 6. There's traffic out here. Now there's a story. Houston man finally gets home in time for news. Details at 7.
Houston TV News, weeknights at 7. News when you want it.
as you watch the world change.
Here's what I want to do. 2:30 Mike.
Daily.
Papillon 315, which hasn't happened yet. So we don't know.
Hourly.
Not going to be there long. Well, we'll see you in a few minutes then.
Instantly.
Wait a minute.
This is your 24-hour news source.
Only one St. Louis news organization is there to keep you informed constantly. News 4, your 24-hour news source. We've revolutionized St. Louis's news.
Gunman entered the bank carrying a note. All right, let's get back to
The Delaware Valley.
What you can get
The
from
stories.
Barbara.
The people.
Around the world, 24 hours a day.
The news.
The city right now is sometime next month in Atlantic City.
All of it.
Okay, you want a minute 30?
Stand by.
More of it.
4 minutes to the show.
The Delaware Valley's only primetime news hour. Fox 29's The 10 O'Clock News.
Good evening, I'm Jill Chernikoff.
And I'm Lee McCarthy. Here's what's happening.
Saturday morning, and the Clark brothers are off to watch cartoons. Watch this. Uh-huh. Old Dad thinks he's late for work.
Interesting.
Poor guy.
What? I am.
Oh, John, it's Saturday.
Bye, honey.
But now Saturday morning TV is for grown-ups.
John?
Only on Eyewitness News Weekend, Saturday and Sunday at 9 a.m. The news you want, when you want it.
John?
Rush hour. It really starts the minute you get up. Rush here, rush there, no time to wait, no time to waste. If your morning looks like this, we've got the answer. Non-stop news, weather, and traffic. Everything you need to start the day for people who don't have all day. So if your morning show is giving you the runaround, get up to speed with Fox Morning News. It's Washington's fastest start in the morning.
News number 1.
See what we've got.
News Source 13 is first again with Rochester's only investigative reporter. Jim Redmond investigated Rochester's public works and found that taxpayers were being shortchanged. His reports prompted City Hall to take immediate action. When news happens that affects Rochester, get it straight from the source. Investigative reporter Jim Redmond and Rochester's first choice for news. News Source 13.
Remember when you discovered that television was for more than just cartoons?
The body of President Kennedy.
Somehow the TV set in your living room brought the family and the nation together in a time of crisis. And as you grew up, so did television news. Today, you want news that's fast-paced and energetic, something that's more interesting to watch with anchors who are believable. Tonight, turn to News Channel 3 with Cameron Harper and Heidi Vogelsong for a more interesting look.
How do you build a news station?
First, expand.
News, 6.5 hours a day.
Second, produce.
3 hours of live news in the morning.
Third, create.
A 10 o'clock newscast when a big story breaks. We throw the scripts away.
Fourth, cover.
News around the world with CNN.
Fifth, word.
24 hours a day, we're working while you're sleeping. That's how we built your news station. South Florida's news station, WSVN 7.
I'm telling you, I did not have a news.
Manfred Hoffman has arrived at DFW Airport. Our Tom Burlington is there.
Firefighters couldn't save the boy. Bring my husband home along with other Americans.
We've got to continue to keep the pressure on.
Saddam Hussein says all foreign hostages will be released.
The people of Texas are back.
It's clear the Rio is on the verge of
We're
death.
coming to you live from the State
Good
Fair
news
of
for
Texas.
the Texas economy.
News Watch 11 at 9. The first word in late news.
Forget obscure news from out-of-the-way stations. Live from the heart of your region with your interests at heart, we bring you the news that's central to you. Mondays to Fridays at 6:25. Go for Central News South.
The information gap. It happens between 7 and 9 in the morning. Because not one Bay Area television station is on the street providing complete area-wide coverage. Not one local newscast is on the air with the people and events that will shape your day. But soon, all that will change, and the information gap will no longer exist. Mornings on 2 premieres January 2nd.
My name's Daly, Mark Daly. City Pulse anchor weeknights at 10. News doesn't stop when the sun goes down. And our team of professionals don't rest until they get the story. City Pulse tonight, the last word in news. Weeknights at 10. Everywhere.
Once there was only Channel 9 for primetime news in Chicago, and it was the same year after year. But now, a new age is dawning on Chicago television. Now there's a news that's fresh, young, and aggressive. A news that covers Chicago like it's never been covered before. And that just goes to show that when it comes to television news, not everything is set in stone. Fox 32 News at 9, Chicago's news of choice, not habit.
The right news.
What we do is give people a fresh, complete look at the news here in Denver, around the nation, and around the world an hour earlier.
The right time.
A lot of people don't make it home by 5 o'clock, and they want to be in bed before 10 o'clock.
The right focus.
Another thing people tell me they like about our news is our cover story report.
With the cover story, we take a much broader view of something.
Dave Young and Beverly Weaver. Channel 2 News at 9. The right news at the right time.
Something Extra is on the Scene at 10 on Channel 4. A full day of traditional news plus the Scene at 10 Extra team. Nightside with reporters Stephen Lynn and Vanessa Eccles. World Wheel from producer Jeff Schultz. Unsolved Crimes with Jeff McAtee. Helping Hand with Laura Brooks for consumers in need. Backroads, Terry Bulger's People Stories. Bill's Backyard and Bill Hall's Family Album with your snapshots and home videos. Only on the Scene at 10 on Channel 4. Something Extra.
Something's happened. And because it's such a small world, you wonder, how will this affect America? And then, how will it affect Michigan, my town, my neighborhood, my family? And finally, you ask, what does all this mean to me? It can be confusing. So when the news hits home, we put it all into focus for you. News 5. If you don't watch, you won't know.
You think it'll never happen to you, but it happens here in Chicago more than you know. What if you and your family were trapped in a blazing high-rise? Would you know how to get out alive? 2 News Extra takes you inside a situation we hope you'll never have to face.
Once smoke starts to come out of that door, don't open it.
How to survive a high-rise fire. A 2 News Extra Wednesday at 10.
So you want news that accurately reflects Chicago?
You're on. You say you want investigations that dig deeper, reports that get results?
You're on. You're telling us you want news that's balanced, stories of hope.
You're on.
You want someone to expose the bad guys, keep you from getting scammed? You're on.
We're listening to you, putting your feedback to work.
You're on. Because you're on with 2 News, Chicago's news, working for you.
How does... You're watching KCRG TV9 Cedar Rapids. This is a special edition of TV9 Eyewitness News Nightcast.
A flurry of bullets shatters the calm of a Friday afternoon, and what's left, an unbelievable scene at the University of Iowa. The calm of this Friday suddenly erupted into a nightmare. Good evening, everyone. I'm Bruce Downey.
And I'm Alicia Rich.